This shit is miracle, lyrical, rap so real, it's so real. And I track your fear so clear when I wax satirical here. And you're crapping dear in the moment that your career disappearing. From that austere is too severe for you. My lyrics too acrobatic and automatic for you to combat or even attempt to copycat. What's going on YouTube? My name is Surreal. Welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. So we're gonna keep going with this new Eminem album. The next one we got going, we got we got You Gon' Learn with Royce to 5'9" and White Gold. Alright, and let's just get straight into it. Let's go. This is You Gon' Learn, which apparently Royce did production on this one. So is that White Gold then, doing the hook? Because it doesn't sound. It certainly don't sound like M. I don't think that's Royce. Ooh. This beat's super busy. Oh, hold on, Royce. I wasn't ready for you. That it's not really a breakdown, more of a build up. I don't know what to call that, but that was super busy section of that beat there. Well, let's listen to that again.
I'm a product of properly hopping up out of that poverty, profiting off of copping and swapping and property out for a possible monopoly. Trying not to adopt my father's old philosophies. Same time I'm praying to God that everything works out at his colonoscopy.
Ooh, that all works out like it. He was talking about hopping out of the poverty and making a profit on something.
Trying not to adopt my father's profiting off of copping and swapping and property out for a possible.
Oh, profiting off of confidence. Yeah.
Trying not to adopt my father's old philosophies. Same time I'm praying to God that everything works out at his colonoscopy. I'm walking across a suicidal tightrope intentionally while the demons coming out of me. Wifey's on the side of me talking sense into me. Without she I feel
sense to me? What?
intentionally while the demons coming out of me. Wifey's on the side of me talking sense into me. Without she I feel incomplete mentally. She's been sent to me right there since 9/6 worst nightmare to side chick. Some things are just meant to be.
So saying that Royce is saying that he's been through hard times. He's walked the suicidal tightrope, but he's had his wife with him the whole time, talking him down and stuff. Okay, that's cool.
Nightmare to side chick. Some things are just meant to be. This it for me. Give my daughters a kiss for me. Y'all call this fame, I call this shit alcoholistic infamy. Targeting my kids and babies through population and gun control. Shit make me want to make 100 more. Make a big races on.
Okay, so he's talking about the gun control too here, just like the whole Darkness video was talking about that. And he had mentioned it was gun control.
Fame, I call this shit alcoholistic.
Yeah, that was the other thing. So like Royce used to be an alcoholic, which he talked about in his last album, and alluded to it, or not alluded, directly talked about it in the song Cocaine, where he's talking about his father having cocaine problems and getting better, and him talking about being able to empathize with that because he's an alcoholic. I think he's been sober for like 5 or 6 years now, if I remember correctly. And he blame isn't the right word, but like he was saying in an interview that that much like a lot of Eminem's early music was influenced by alcohol and the drugs he was using and this, that, and the other, that alcohol
was affecting his music, Royce's music. Him drinking all the time was affecting his own music. And so when he stopped drinking and he got through his initial recovery period and then started making music again, sorry, I got the hiccups, started making music again, that he had a clearer mind and he was able to perform better both in the studio and on stage and stuff. So that's cool because he was talking about alcoholic infamy in reference to like his music. So I like that allusion.
This it for me. Give my daughters a kiss for me. Y'all call this fame, I call this shit alcoholistic infamy. Targeting my kids and babies through population and gun control. Shit make me wanna make 100 more. Make a bigot racist uncomfortable. If y'all against talking reparation, then I'm not against the thought of separation. While the politicians and white and privilege act high is different from segregation. That's funny, bro. Segregation is being told.
Okay, so talking about politics and stuff and how there's a separation between like the poverty and those in power and stuff.
Reparation, and I'm not against the thought of separation. While the politicians and white and privilege act high is different from segregation. That's funny, bro. Segregation is being told where I'm gonna go. Separation is being woke and going wherever I want to go.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, separation being free to go where I want to go. So like separating himself from, because that's like a lot of people have talked about in their music. Some of the more quote unquote woke artists have talked about how, as far as like rap music goes, people are stuck in like certain industries. Like J. Cole said in his freestyle, not Middle Child, I forget what it's called right now. I'm exhausted. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all night. Talking about not being stuck in not being stuck in the fabric that all these other people are in. As far as music's concerned, you know, he's able to do his own thing. So talking about separation, saying that he's able to separate himself from like being stuck and having the freedom to go do whatever he wants, because a lot of people don't have that. Those who are assigned to like major labels and stuff like that, because they're very I don't have personal experience, but from the horror stories anyways, you're very stuck to, you know, you sign your soul over, versus some startup labels, you still have a lot of artistic freedom, or if you have the opportunity to start your own label as an artist, which J. Cole's done, Tech Nine's done, Eminem has done, you know, Lil Wayne, you start to have more artistic freedom to be able to do what you want to do. So I think that's what he's saying. That's what I got out of it anyways.
Didn't have nuts. I was so broke. Last rock from a slingshot. Better haul ass. There'll be no slowpoke. Through the tall grass. Run your ass off. Oh no, got your pants caught on the fence post.
What is he saying? I don't know if he's being complex and I can't catch it.
Was a have not, cause my pockets didn't have nuts. I was so broke. Last rock from
Didn't have knots? Yeah, okay.
There'll be no slowpoke. Through the tall grass. Run your ass off. Oh no, got your pants caught on the fence post. Getting chased. Them jack boys think it's about the flaws like a lint roll. Let it wait till it's late. They will tiptoe through your living room window. Taking Nintendo and then skate, making you feel like you got bent over and raped. Little boy, you're never gonna get no rope chain. Get your shit stolen, your lips swole. I became bitter as I got a little bit older. My hate was making me.
Okay, so it sounds like, I don't know if there's more there and I'm missing it, but it sounds like he's just using imagery to talk about like somebody running away and not being able to, and getting caught up, and people breaking into their house and stealing their shit. Seems pretty straightforward.
Feel like you got bent over and raped. Little boy, you're never gonna get no rope chain. Get your shit stolen, your lips swole. I became bitter as I got a little bit older. My hate was making me get colder. Began to get a chip shoulder. Started to spit vulgar. My zip code had been skid rolled
who from the east side? Who from the east side's upset?
But I ate every single beat that I spit over the shithole I escaped. Then I began to explode, detonate. Now the east side went schizo. Thought my name was B-side because they flipped over my tape.
Who? So he said, you know, he eats every beat he's on, but his mixtape? You say your mixtape or your album?
Schizo, thought my name was B-side because they flipped on my tape. Told the beginning, get a chip shoulder, started to spit vogue. My zip code have been skid row, but I ate every single beat that I spit over the shithole I escaped. Then I began to explode, detonate. Now the east side went schizo, thought my name was B-side because they flipped over my tape.
Okay, so is that from like earlier? Sent a mixtape to the east side, and they said they flipped on it using the B side double there, because it's the other side of the tape, the B side of a vinyl, or a cassette tape, a literal tape, and so is he talking about when he was younger, sending a mixtape out to somebody on the east side, probably New York, and them not liking it?
My tape, and I won't hesitate to get them all bent so out of shape. Shit, hold up, wait. I just tripped over my cape, and I'm not gonna let her treat the paper like I'm chopping a letter dress. Tell you I shred. So when you refer to the guy next to the document shredder, never cops wanna set up roadblocks on my header.
That was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line.
I'm gonna let her treat the paper like I'm chopping a letter dress. Tell you I shred. So when you refer to the guy next to the document shredder, never cops wanna set up roadblocks on my header.
Oh.
Got several bounties from feds in every county. I'm with a gal at a checkers wildly bumping fucked up police while I'm fed at rallies. This shit is like romper room. Why do I feel responsible for these kids? All of whom I'm a father to. I'm a god to you. Y'all better worship the water I walk on, and y'all gonna meet your water.
Ooh, y'all better worship the water I walk on, alluding to the river. Still sound like he's a little upset about revival.
This shit is like romper room. Why do I feel responsible for these kids? All of whom I'm a father.
And that's another thing that he says all the time. Well, there's actually numerous songs. I could probably list a few of them if I took a minute to think about it. But he's talking again about feeling responsible for the children in general, for children, because there's been times where like people get upset because they think that children are being poorly influenced by Eminem's music, and it's like, well, if you, what do you say? He was talking to the parents, saying that, well, if you didn't, like, you should have been better at parenting and been paying attention to your kids or whatever, blah blah blah, and that whole thing. So he's alluding to that again, saying, you know, why do I feel so responsible for these kids?
Police while I'm fed at rallies. This shit is like romper room. Why do I feel responsible for these kids? All of whom I'm a father to. I'm a god to you. Y'all better worship the water I walk on, and y'all gonna meet your Waterloo. I get the flipping. The mic is a murder weapon. I'm popping an extra clip and couple shoot that I'm popping. Do not let me catch you slipping. I will pop up and I'll take a spot from you. I get to doing what a leaky faucet do, but I ain't talking drip when I say that I'll give the drop on you. Singing fuck all of you and all.
Oh, like a leaky faucet, but he's not talking about drip, because some of the like Migos type of rappers, they've used that line before. I got the drip like a leaky faucet, right? So he flipped that, and he's like, I'm like a leaky faucet, but I'm not talking about drip when I say I'm gonna get the drop on you. That's hard.
Then I'm popping, do not let me catch you slipping. I will pop up and I'll take a spot from you. I get to doing what a leaky faucet do, but I ain't talking drip when I say that I'll give the drop on you. Singing fuck all of you and all. Tonight I'm too volatile and too grizzly to bear. Yeah, shit is getting to wear.
Grizzly bear.
Even sit in the chair. I bust my ass for this shit and I swear it ain't even worth dissing someone so offbeat that they can't.
I'll bust my ass in this chair. So yeah, talking about sitting in the chair, because, you know, he sits down and he busts his ass writing, because that's like all he does. He says that all the time. Also, it's a little difficult for me to catch some of these bars because I'm playing them through my speakers, to try and prevent those copyright claims coming in on YouTube. So it's a little hard for me to hear some of the words. So if I don't catch something, I might just not have heard it. So just bear with me.
It's getting to where I can barely even sit in a chair. I bust my ass for this shit and I swear it ain't even worth dissing someone so offbeat that they can't even figure out where their words should hit the kick and the snare.
Ooh, I think he's talking about, I guarantee you he's talking about Nick Cannon. Oh my God. Because he said it's not even worth dissing somebody who can't even stay on beat and figure out the difference between the kick and the snare. And that whole time he was like off beat, but it still kind of flowed nice. And I bet you he's talking about Nick, because every single one of his freaking, The Invitation, Pray For Him, Invitation Canceled, every single one of them, he was off beat, and it was such a headache. If you haven't checked him out already, go check out my reactions on those. I'm not doing any more Nick Cannon ones though, because I think I heard he's got like 2 or 3 more out, and people, I had asked about it, and some of my buddies was like, nah, don't even bother, it's such trash, it's so garbage. So I was like, alright, not gonna do it. So unless you want me to check those out, let me know down in the comments, but otherwise I'm not gonna worry about it. But yikes. Oh my God, hold on, I gotta bring that one back.
It ain't even worth dissing someone so offbeat that they can't even figure out where their words should hit the kick and the snare.
Wow. That was crazy. Royce talking about politics and bringing up some of the politics. Well, because it was politics in like different instances. Like Royce was talking about how alcohol affected his music, and he brought up gun control, and his family brought up the suicidal tightrope and his wife being there beside him to help him out. M brought up Nick Cannon, talking about being responsible for the kids, and there was so much. There's always so much in an Eminem song. Oh, fuck. I'm excited for this Juice WRLD one coming up, man. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. I'm so psyched to check that one out. And I got a lot of Mac Miller to do, because Mac Miller dropped 2. Tech 9 freaking dropped. Royce dropped. I got so much to do. Alright, well, we're rounding out to 20 minutes, so thank you guys for hanging out with me during this reaction. If it comes in late, it's because the stereos weren't enough, and I gotta bring it back and chop it and screw it. So, make sure, if you enjoyed the reaction, you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and you hit that notification bell so that you keep up with this album review, and the Tech album review, and the Mac Miller album review, and so much more coming up. Don't forget to check out my week 1 and week 2 videos for the 52-week challenge. I got the third one, if it's not already posted, will be this Saturday, January 18th. And I hope y'all have a great rest of the month. I'll see y'all in the next video.
The way that you've been grinding your behind on my lucky blue jeans got me dreaming we were fucking on some J. Cole scene with your body on me. As we generating heat and we creating a generation, illuminate the dark, eliminate the shade that fester in the people's hearts. We demonstrate how great it is to keep it all straight. Compare a crooked arrow to the one that destined all.
Set up to give away my DNA on my mind when I tell you that you're too fine. Still you didn't hesitate to rotate your hips on me, that's so mine. The way you break it down, got a nigga like